What's up, guys? If you're big in the video game scene like myself, and if you're a fan of fighting games, then I'm sure you've heard of a little title called Marvel vs. Capcom. What a massive understatement. This enormous series has a brand new entry coming out this September on the Xbox One and PS4, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Up to this point in time, not very much has been released about the game, other than about 13 characters, some information about the Infinity Stones, a few stages, and minimal gameplay. If you're active on the internet and on game boards, you've heard by now that Ryce has leaked what is supposedly the full launch roster of the game. For risk of spoiling what could potentially be the final roster of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, you might want to turn this video off. Otherwise, I'm about to give you what Ryce released. From Capcom, we've got Arthur, Chris, Chun-Li, Dante, Firebrand, Jeddah, Monster Hunter, Morrigan, Nemesis, Ryu, Spencer, Strider, and X. And on Marvel's side, we have Ant-Man, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Gamora, Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Man, Nova, Rocket/Groot, Spider-Man, Thanos, Thor, and Ultron. What? That's all I have to say. 28 characters, and Capcom's missing one, so they're saying it's Frank West, which is fine, but 28 characters. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 launched with 56 characters, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 launched with 36, I want to say, and with the Ultimate Edition and DLC, it boosted up towards MVC2's total, which was stupid. But 28 characters? What is going on? Marvel vs. Capcom. We're talking about two enormous universes. All of Capcom, all of Marvel. Not Avengers versus Street Fighter. We're not talking about two very specific sections of two universes. We're talking about two entire universes. I know there's probably tons of mixed feelings about this right now, but this is Marvel vs. Capcom. It is known for its large rosters, its crazy characters, and its fast-paced action. 28 characters, and I don't care about the 6 DLC characters because that doesn't count in my opinion, because nobody knows when that's even being released. 28 characters just isn't enough. Capcom, your roster is so predictable and so bland, and your choice, I mean, like, I'm a fan of Arthur, but Arthur and Firebrand over so many other people, I'm so confused. What's going on? And only Dante. Virgil got cut. Trish got cut. Where's Zero? Where's Tron? Where is Phoenix Wright? Where's Amaterasu? Where's Asura? Where are all the characters that people desperately wanted? And Marvel, for the love of God, we see the same characters in all of your movies because you focus on the same 5 characters and think we need 4 Iron Mans. Please, spice things up a little bit. You have over 1,000 characters in your database of characters that you've had since you came around, and you choose those most predictable characters I've ever seen in my life. I am just pleading that this is not true. It is just a leak at this point in time. It's not confirmed by any means, but Ryce is pretty reputable at this point. He's the one that he leaked the game early. He leaked some of the characters that they were going to show in the story trailer. So at this point in time, he's pretty much got it on lockdown. My only theory is that potentially Capcom set him up and is trying to fish out who he is and get him cut from the company, or find out who's leaking the information to him. Or maybe this is the starting roster and there's unlockable characters, or maybe this is just a complete red herring and they're totally trying to throw us off because E3 is just 2 weeks out. It seems like the perfect thing to do, to drop something like this, get a crazy reaction from the fans, and then just blow it out of the water at E3. I know if I was Capcom, that's exactly what I would do. I would love to troll the fans, have them believe something that's not true, see the disappointment, the expectations drop totally to the ground, and you just blow them away with a huge, massive E3 announcement. There's a couple other things that stand out to me. First, Ryce mentioned in his post that he got permission to leak the roster. Who is he asking for permission to leak a roster? Something about that to me is really fishy. And if there's anyone connected, they're going to be discovered and it's going to be found out. And I hope they do, because honestly, I'm tired of the internet leaking everything. We need to be surprised about some things in life. Number 2, Marvel mentioned having variant covers released for some of their comics coming out later in the summer. Most of us believe that those comics directly linked to some of the characters that were going to be on the Marvel side. Going by that logic, we would be majorly incorrect. Most of the characters from those comics didn't even make the supposed leaked roster. So I'm very confused. In another interview, some of the producers mentioned that fans would not be surprised and even hinted that this might be the largest Marvel vs. Capcom roster ever. Try again. This would definitely be the smallest roster ever. And at this point in the franchise, there's no excuse for this. I mean, sure, according to this leak, there's definitely a couple of cool things. I'm excited for Jeddah. I'm excited that Monster Hunter's finally getting some love, and not only that, but we're getting a playable character. But that's it. There's no really big surprising twist on the roster. There's only like 4 newcomers total. There's only 4 females altogether. Something about this really just doesn't make sense to me. As I said before, I'm really hoping that this leak isn't true. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think the leak is true, or do you think something isn't quite right? As I mentioned before, Ryce is pretty reputable at this point, so his information has been relatively accurate. Things aren't looking good for the Marvel vs. Capcom fan base, and if this is true, Capcom needs to take a serious reevaluation of their strategies going forward for their games. I've been a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom since day one. I love the franchise. It's my favorite fighting game to date, and it's definitely one of my favorite video games of all time. I really hope that there's a chance that this leak is incorrect, because I am going to be so disappointed, as Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has got to be my most anticipated game of 2017. As I said before, leave me some feedback in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking, and hopefully in just a couple weeks we're going to find out the truth behind all this madness. Until next time, guys, over and out.